So you want to know if starting a medical billing business is good for you. Well, in this video, let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? My name is Kat, and I am the owner of Superior Medical Billing Consulting, where we provide superior medical billing solutions for your private practice. If you are interested in a free consultation, visit our website at superiormedicalconsulting.com. We'll be happy to speak with you about your billing needs. I'm also a medical coder and a medical auditor. So in this video, I wanted to talk about, is starting a medical billing business a good business to start? Is it for you? And the short answer is, duh, of course it is. But there are some caveats to that. So let's start with some of the pros. Starting the medical billing business is virtually recession proof. It is an always in demand business model. And there's plenty of work. There's plenty of work. It has low startup costs, potentially a high profit margin, and not everybody can do it. So it's kind of a specialized skill set. You can work remotely. You can sort of kind of make your own schedule. And you have flexibility and creativity. You can work with the type of providers you want to work with. You can offer the type of services you want to work for, or you are wanting to do. You are making a difference. You are in the healthcare field. So if you have a caring heart, if you are, concerned about, patients' well-being, you are a part of that. Even though you don't face the patients, you are a part of their experience in the healthcare with their healthcare provider. Some of the cons for this business would be that it is very hard to acquire a provider in the beginning. It takes learning time. You have to invest education. You have to invest time. You have to learn the skill set. You have to keep up to date with, government rules. You have to keep up to date with payer policies, coding guidelines, billing, guidelines. You have to understand the specialties that you're billing for, and you have to understand the nuances and how it all fits together. You have to kind of speak a different language. Coding and billing has its own medical language that you have to be abreast with and in tune with. You have to understand compliance and risk and safety and privacy, and so you have dealing with all these government rules and regulations that you have to abide by in order to remain compliant, so that you won't get in trouble. So in that aspect, it could be a con if you're not a person that's like a forever learner. If you're not a person that's like a self-motivator or a researcher. If you find it boring to sit through webinars, if you are not a person that's good at networking, if you are not if you don't like change, because the healthcare industry changes a lot, at least once per year, but more like once per quarter. There's always some kind of updates, always some kind of nuances, always some kind of new regulation, always a different payer rule. There's always changes. So if you're not a person that can keep up with all of that stuff, it may not be for you. But all in all, at the end of the day, if you possess, positive traits in all of those areas, and you want to earn a living that will allow you flexibility, that will allow you to, be home with your family more, or be able to travel and still work, make a great living. I'm talking upwards of 6 figures. Then the medical billing is perfect. It's a low barrier to entry, meaning that you don't have to have like a college degree. You don't really need a certification, even though it's recommended, but you don't really need a certification. You just need to acquire the skill set, and you need to acquire the knowledge and, the processes. You do have to invest your own capital in it, in the beginning, but once you get your company up and running, it should be a high profit business. You should be able to run the business off the profits that, you bring in. But it will take a lot of networking and a lot of trust and getting to know providers in different specialties. So, some suggestions for you. So, if you're interested in starting a medical billing business, first off, I have a video on here that outlines the steps I took to start my medical billing business. I'll definitely link it in the cards for you. But if you want to, like, get a little jump start on it, just from this video, I would say make sure that you have secured equipment, meaning like a laptop or a desktop. Make sure it has a firewall on there. And make sure that you are able to be HIPAA compliant, meaning like have a dedicated space to work. You need a reliable computer with a reliable internet connection. You don't necessarily have to form an entity. You can contract out these jobs, but you need to have your knowledge in billing. So if you don't know how to bill, you need to first I would suggest get a job in the medical field so that you can get that experience, or at least get some kind of training so that you can train to become a biller. If you haven't had a job in the industry, you probably should go through APC and obtain your CPB credential so that you at least have your foundational knowledge on what billing is and, how to go about that. But I do highly suggest that you at least get you a W-2 job for a little while if you have absolutely zero experience in billing. It's not necessary, but it will make you a better biller if you do go that route. After get your hardware, like I said, your computer, stuff like that, your office setup, stuff like that. You find contracts for those jobs. You do a good job and you see if that provider is willing to keep you on and hire you as their personal private practice biller. And then you can start working from there. Network with, your peers, fellow billers, fellow coders, network with insurance companies, try to get out here and get your name out here so that you can acquire more providers so that you can start building your business, and then get into all the legalities and stuff, meaning begin to think about forming an entity, begin to think about branding yourself, getting like a website, getting like an email address that's your business, start making your business cards and your flyers, and start making yourself look like a business. You need a phone number, you need an EIN number, you need all of that stuff so that you can make yourself look like a legit business once you move from like the contract side of things. If you just wanted to start out and start investing into looking at yourself as like a business. So that's just a quick start. But like I said, I do have the whole steps if you want to like just go full force and just go into a business. But I say all that to say medical billing is a good business to start. It's a relatively easy business to start. It's a relatively low barrier. But the caveats to that is that you have to be a self-motivator. You have to learn and you have to network. You have to acquire this knowledge in the medical billing field. And you have to know what websites are reputable and credible that you can rely on so that you can accurately bill out your providers' charges and whatnot. So I hope that this video was helpful and insightful for you. And if you are starting your medical billing business, put in the comments below, like, yes, I'm starting, something just to let me know what type of people are watching the video. I'm always curious. Have you started your business? Are you looking to start your business? What have you? I have other videos on my channel that I am probably going to try to leave right here. Hopefully this don't look stupid, but I'm going to leave some other channels, right? Some other, channels, videos on my channel right there. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. And until the next video, I will talk to you soon.